I'd like to call the meeting to order, and please rise to the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It's a meeting for April 26, 2023 for the Economic Development Committee. We have before you the minutes from last meeting. I hope everybody has reviewed them or sent to you. And we need to make any corrections. So let me know here, or I'd like to have a motion to approve the
Can we have a
minutes.
roll call first? A
Yes.
roll call on the attendance?
Yes, you can. Go ahead. Here.
Lauren Sustak,
Present.
Emily Warren, present. Scott Bell,
Here.
Joe Barry,
Here.
Rob Godoy,
Here.
John DeYoung,
Here.
Kelly Stoming,
She's on her way.
She's on her
She'll be
way.
here.
Yeah. Joe with
Joe Wazawadi,
Present.
Mike Aurelio,
Here, present.
Jason Drevitt,
Present.
and Sergio Mendoza.
Here, present.
Thank you. Now, the approval of the minutes.
I'll motion to be approved.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. We have the pleasure tonight of adding a member to our committee, Lauren Susek. We're grateful that you're able to serve the town of St. John. What I would like you to do is give everybody and the residents that a little bit of background that you have on yourself, and I'd like
Sure.
you to start that.
All right. All right. My name is Lauren Sustak. I moved to St. John with my family in October 2021. Before that, I was a Cook County resident for the majority of my life. I have 3 children, an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. My husband and I have been married for 13 years. And professionally, I founded a specialty contracting company 13 years ago, and we focus on life safety in new and existing facilities. So we work nationally on high rises, and then existing facilities, we focus on healthcare. So that keeps me busy. I also have some interest in rental companies and a material distribution company as well. One of my passions is mentoring small businesses, specifically women-owned small businesses. So every year I work with 1 to 2 women small businesses to help them navigate things I wish I knew when I started. So that is, in my free time, I am usually running the children around to their many sports activities.
Very good. Thank you, and welcome aboard. So I'll have our committee members introduce themselves. You want to start on the end there, Joe?
Sure.
Yeah, your name and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name's Joe Barry. I've been here at St. John for 8 years now. I retired from the post office, and now I work part-time as a delivery. My wife and I, we have 2 kids. They're grown now and live in St. John and in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And that's about it.
Up.
Rob Godoy, I've been St. John resident for 15 years. Moved from Sherrville. I've been in the IT business, financial IT business for over 25 years. And I work with family small businesses also.
Kelly.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
It's okay.
I'm introducing myself.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
To Lauren,
Hi,
our residents again.
yes, Kelly Stoming. So I've lived in St. John over 40 years. So I've grown up here. And I also work for People's Bank, who has a branch here in St. John. And I think I've been on this committee since it started. I can't remember how long ago that was.
Been a while,
It's
huh?
been a while, yes, yes. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Emily Warren. This is my second year on the committee, so not as long as Kelly and some of the others. I have been a resident of St. John for 7 years, but grew up in Cherville. I am a consultant for a company called Slalom. We help companies solve a variety of business problems. Most of my clients are healthcare clients, but we have lots of clients all over the globe, really. And I have kids similar ages, 6-year-old and almost 4-year-old. So get the running around and all the, especially spring sports.
Thank you. Well, I'm John DeYoung. I've been in town since 2000. I have a retail business here in town. 2 grown children, 6 grandchildren, very proud of, and going to get married in November, so that's good. We're very excited about that. So, yeah, we lost my wife about 3 years ago. So, and got a new relationship. So it's that's the exciting part of my life.
Exciting.
But I have one son that works in my business. My other son is the hitting coach for the Chicago White Sox. So, and Scott.
Scott Bell, lived in St. John for about 20 years. My wife and I have 3 kids, 2 in college, 1 graduating 8th grade. And I am in commercial real estate, manage and invest in real estate. And so, yeah,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
thank you. Nice to meet you.
And the guy in the end there is our town manager.
You know me.
Yeah. And Jason does
Welcome
our IT, and Mr. Aurelio is our liaison to the town council. So,
Looking forward to working together. Welcome
Same
aboard.
here.
and thank you very much for coming on board. We appreciate your service.
I
So
appreciate
thank
the
you.
consideration.
And Sergio Mendoza is our
Oh.
staff liaison, so.
Oh, that's me.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the Director of Building Planning here for the town of St. John.
Yeah. All right, so now you kind of have an idea on who's who here. We have had a project going on right now, 101st Avenue and 109th. And Sergio, if you could give us an update on that
Sure.
and where we're at with Tesca Corporation, that'd be great.
Yep. So they completed the, as you all know, back on March 9th, we had a Boards and Commission meeting, and then following that evening, or later that hour, we met with the public for an open house. And we were working with Tesca and trying to see, and I think the last question you asked me at the meeting was there a common theme between both boards and commissions and the public input? And yes, we are finding there is a common theme from both the decision makers and boards and commissions and the elected officials, as well as some of the residents. And the theme that is coming out is they are wanting or looking for robust entry signs, notification that you are in the town of St. John as you enter into the community. They're also looking for gathering spaces, open spaces, areas for the community to gather in different types of social events, whether it's physical activity like ice skating or even just a place of just relaxing, watching a concert, or so that there was another common theme. And then a third one was the connecting trails and roads is really what also surfaced from both public events, which is the boards and commissions, and then the public open house. Also speaking with Tesca, they're kind of formulating or going through the process of doing the next step, which is a current conditions analysis of the different documents and data sets that we have. And what they're identifying is that as we move forward with this, is that there are interest in roundabouts and creating corridors that almost emulate boulevards with center medians and landscape center medians, in addition for open spaces and natural vegetation to help with maintenance. So that's kind of the direction we're moving forward with, at least with their studies that are coming back. We're also been working with Lake County, their GIS system, as well as with NERC, Northwestern Indiana Regional Planning Commission, communicating with them to share their GIS data with our consultants to kind of keep putting this plan together, or at least those points. So hopefully in the next couple of months, as we're going through the spring season, that's kind of what's there in their agenda. That's kind of the update where we're at right now. So we have been communicating with, at least I have been, their point of contact has been Francie, and she's been kind of reaching out to us when she needs something, and then kind of we go back and retrieve it for her and move forward, helping things move forward. So that's where we're at with that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Just a quick question from the residents. Was there anything that came through around like businesses that they would like to see in the town?
Yeah, there was, well, one of the things that we've noticed in some of the, from the resident standpoint, surprisingly enough, is that they're not wanting to be identified as a bedroom community. And some of the businesses they're looking for is obviously restaurants. Interestingly enough, the calls that we're fielding into our office, or at least the building and planning office, and the applications that we're seeing for new businesses, in which I can elaborate at least, in the next, as we continue to talk about staff liaisons, is really, there's been an interest in a lot of medical uses within the town of St. John. A lot of businesses, medical businesses wanting to locate in the town of St. John. So everything from, medical offices to counseling, physical therapy, so that seems to be the, for some reason, that field or that industry has their eyes on St. John.
Any other questions for Mr. Mendoza?
You all also received a copy of it was in a draft form before, but now it's in final form. It's also on the website if you're interested in kind of looking at the website. The St. John CorridorsPlan.org also has more documents, especially the ones that are using as a point of reference to help kind of advance this plan itself.
I think they've done a good job to this point.
Yes, they're very, it's a good working relationship with them, and so far it's been working well. So.
Yeah. They've been very thorough, which I think the residents will appreciate when we have the finished project.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with their process and how they're going about their business.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of communication coming back to the committees, so
Yep.
we just got to relay that to get it on the website and get it out to
Mm-hmm.
the residents. So thank you very, very much. Do we have any new business coming before anybody have anything that they've been working on? Rob? No? Kelly, got free money at the bank there this week?
You're always asking me that question. Certainly not now.
He's got a wedding to pay for.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
I'm sure it's a destination.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I've had some more inquiries about restaurants coming to town, but they're having a little hard time acquiring the ground and getting the property owners to move a little bit faster, and that's been a little frustrating. And the only thing I will say is that if we can get those lines of communications a little bit more open, I don't want to lose a wonderful, good business coming to town. I think the first one in is going to really do well.
I agree with that.
With the plans that I've seen of what they want to build here. So any encouragement on your end, Sergio, or the council's end, we'd like to have a little more input on that on this particular project that we've been working on. So they've kind of had a little bit of a roadblock, but we got a lot of things happening in town here, so
Let's see what we can do to take away roadblocks. We would, any high quality businesses we would like to help.
I'd hate to have that possible business move to another community.
Yeah, we're in competition with other municipalities, so we're gonna have to put our, best game forward.
Yeah. So, any help that we can provide, I'd like to bring that to this client. And see, the client that I've been working with will deal directly with the property owner. So,
Yeah, I would say if we could be of assistance, like this community, this committee, or the council in some way, or the town could be helpful in some way of bringing a high-quality business here to town, happy to be of service to that.
we'll make work of that then. So, anything on new business or old business? Nope. Okay. Reports from our staff liaison.
So I can add, along with the discussion we just had regarding the corridors plan, I was able to get printed for you all this evening the updates to the Business of the Year Award Program guidelines. At the last meeting, there was discussion on expanding it to other awarding or recognizing other businesses, which included not only brick and mortar or built structures, but online website or virtual businesses. So we added that category to the program application as part of the program application and the guidelines themselves. And then also identifying a facade improvement or beautification of exterior of their business. So we added that. So if you all get a chance to kind of review that, we'll also send it out electronically. Once I get back to the office this evening, I will send out this draft document for your review. Just give us feedback, some thoughts, some changes. Again, we added another questionnaire that really more pertains towards the facade or the beautification of a business, does some changes, how to submit that, and what they would be looking for. And then obviously not much else has changed other than those categories as part of that. So that's identified under the Business of the Year Award as part of the discussion we had last month. The other item that I'd like to bring up under staff discussion is the Spotlight. We've established that program and kind of recognizing businesses on a quarterly basis. What we've done as of the next time that we recognize new businesses, as of right now, we have one for sure, one pending. So the pending business would be it has to go through the variance process as a use variance, as a medical office use in the US 41 overlay corridor. And so once they get through that process, we would recognize them as a new business in town. And then the other business did not have to go through the variance process, but is approved and ready to be recognized, not next month, the following, but in June, I believe, is when we would recognize new businesses. And anything new that comes in after tonight, we would also then put into the queue for recognition.
Very good. We have some grand openings tomorrow at Planet Fitness. Is that true?
I cannot confirm. I don't know.
Is that right, Joe?
It's Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The 28th.
Friday.
28th.
Very good. Okay. All right, so I will be out of town, but if some of the board members can be there for that grand opening, that'd be
You know what time
great.
that's at?
But,
5 o'clock is the ribbon cutting.
So if you get there at 5 o'clock, you're going to miss the ribbon cutting.
Okay.
I just want to confirm that is Friday, not Thursday then, right?
Correct, the
They
28th.
changed that date or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
okay, thank you, Sergio. Town council report?
I don't think we have a whole lot at this time. I think we have just ask you to continue to work on getting those RFPs. I think we were moving forward with the RFP for a strategic study of the riverfront area. So
Right.
they ask you to keep moving forward with that. I think it's a really wonderful project that, and I don't want it to stall. Just keep moving that forward, please.
Thank you. Joe, could you update us on the 93rd project there? Streets are closed and
Yeah, so 93rd Avenue is closed to westbound traffic until the further duration of that project. So we look to wrap that up probably this fall.
Yep.
They're in the process right now of relocating utilities, getting them out of the way so there's no conflict. It's been a process because you've got a lot of stuff running through there. You've got a fiber optic cable running through there, so they're trying to get everything out of the way. And then, of course, one of the utilities put stuff in the way, so they had to move the stuff that they just put in the way out of the way. So it's been fun. But it's on schedule. They'll be doing some demolition on the old house over there, the old parsonage over at St. John the Evangelist.
Yep.
And, you know, making way for the roadway. So that was part of the overall plan, was to expand that. So you'll have 2 lanes going northbound from 93rd going east, and then you'll have a right turn lane, dedicated right turn lane, and a dedicated through lane. So it will definitely help the traffic bottleneck and everything that's there now. So we're looking forward to getting that project underway and completed as soon as possible. I get almost daily updates on that from our engineer who is on site there, and just to let us know what's going on, to make sure that, you know, we're all kind of in the loop, so we can let police and fire know when they're getting road closures and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with that. So I will be attending the International Council of Shopping Centers conference here coming up very soon. We have some scheduled times with some of the retail developers or retailers out there. It's a very big conference nationally, so I'm looking forward to going this year. Next year, I'm going to make sure that we have Sergio going with us, so that way we have a good contingent when we have our meeting set up for that. So I will have some marketing materials for those guys, looking to do a QR code for that, because a lot of times they just want to scan it, and, you know, because they're bombarded with stuff. But if something catches their eye, then, you know, they want to have that information at hand. So looking to get that done. And what actually kind of precipitated that whole discussion about going to the conference was we had a meeting a couple months back with one of our developers, and also a planning developer who's looking to do and partner with the developer on some major retail projects. So
Very good.
they're going to be out at the conference, so it just made, and they were like, well, are you going? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. So if there's
I think it's
opportunities,
important.
yeah, if there's opportunities out there for some you know, major developments, that's, you know, we want to take advantage of that as much as possible. So looking forward for the conference, and I'll report back after the conference.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe, just back a couple steps. When is the demo of that building on St. John Evangelist scheduled? Do you know?
First, we have to give them a check, which we're working on, the process. So working on getting the check to them as soon as we get the paperwork back from them that's signed, sealed, and delivered. So once we have physical and legal possession of the property, the contractor is looking to demo that not next week, but possibly the following week. So that's what I'm told. And there's contracts that got to be signed with the demolition company, with the general contractor. So and
two
there's
to
permits.
3 week
Yeah,
time frame.
yeah. They already started like pulling up bushes and stuff over there too. So, yeah. And that's all I have.
Okay. We're to the point here for public comment, and I believe we have Planet Fitness in the room. Is that correct?
No, I'm not Planet Fitness.
Okay.
But I will come up. My name's Carrie Upchurch. I am the advocate director for the St. John Dyer Chamber of Commerce. I do want to send out a correction. It is Thursday. That is my fault. Planet Fitness is tomorrow at 5 p.m. I now have to figure out how to be at 2 places at once, because I confirmed with 2 different people for that time. 5 p.m. is the ribbon cutting, so if you can be there a few minutes before, because 5 p.m., as Joe said, will be too late. And they do have an open house. I know they've invited town council members as well, but I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to be there, because I know at last meeting we spoke about that. The second one, we did have to push back Big B's Coffee's ribbon cutting. That is now going to be Tuesday, May 2nd at, sorry, we have a lot of things going on. Tuesday, May 2nd. I know that is election day, but we have asked to try to get as many people to come to that one. It is going to be a noon ribbon cutting, so if you can get there about 11:45, 11:50, cut the ribbon at noon. So if anyone's committed to being at polls, we understand, but anyone who can come out, we would love to support Big B. They've put a lot of time and effort and beautification into that building, so we would like to try to support him as best as possible as well. I know Mike said he can sneak away, so he'll try to get to the ribbon cutting for us too. So
Happy to do it.
thank you.
It looks very well. It looks good too, that building, so,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Pat?
Hello for
Please
those.
state your name again.
Yeah, Patrick Tortorisi. I am with the St. John Parks and Recreation. I wanted to give, I know that the Freedom Fest was this committee's big project last year, so I wanted to give a little bit of an update and just let you know where we're at with everything. It's bigger. We've probably tripled the size of the vendors that are going to be there. A lot of different offerings for kids. We just secured a video game truck. I've never heard of that, but we do have one for that day. Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. I guess it's supposed to be fun. We're doing a race beforehand, both a 5K and a color run before the event kicks off at 2 and 2:45. And as we are growing, I mean, we're having sponsorships come in on a regular basis, and that's actually what I'm here to talk to all of my lovely business owners here about. One thing that I would love to see is and be able to recognize those who have supported and helped with this event in the past. So I do ask for your patronage and sponsorships. I know, thank you to Mr. Mike Aurelio for his sponsorships, but that is the biggest portion where I'm at right now. I feel like the day of event is set to go. We have hopefully just depending on the weather at this point, but at this point it's just very much trying to get the businesses involved in this area, get the VFW and veterans as well, but any help from local businesses and would be appreciated.
Okay.
Do you have an idea of how much we have right now in sponsorships, roughly?
Yeah, I just did the account. Right now, we're at 11.5, not including some of the ones who have. I have several who
Are committed?
but have not signed. Though that is just those who have sent in the checks as of right now.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you got a list from us of the past. The
Correct.
ones that
Yeah, and I have been reaching out to all those businesses, several of those businesses, and several of them have been the ones who have verbally committed, and I'm waiting for the actual.
So I think we do have a cross-reference list somewhere of the ones that we haven't provided. So if you do need any more support or any more additional phone calls, I think some of us are tracking on those lists
Sure.
for some of the larger supporters. So if you need like a supportive call, just reach out to us and we could reach out to our connections at
Yeah.
those organizations. And
Yeah, that would be any sort of warm lead you can send my way would be more than appreciated for sure.
Very good.
Thank you guys.
Any other comments? No? Okay. I have one other thing to mention. The SBA loan rate for April is 5.884 on a 25-year debenture. So if we have businesses coming to town, they can do a 504 loan with 10% down and get 25-year money. So that's a good deal.
Pretty darn good.
Yep. Okay. Any final comments? No? No?
Nope.
If you're bored this evening, Student Government Day.
Uh-huh.
Should be fun.
There we
Looking
go.
forward to it.
I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
I'll second the